Hello, everyone. It's Sunday once again. Hope you're all well. And I think it's only sort of like 1 minute to two, but I thought we'd start early. And well, no, it's now gone 2 p.m. in the UK. So that means it's 9 p.m. in Manila. And it's time for another episode of Ask the Drummer. And today I'll be chatting to the drummer of the band who I can tell you, anyone who's actually seen them live, they just love this band. If you haven't seen them, you've got to go and do. And they're just so amazing. I mean, literally everybody is have you seen this band? Have you seen this? I was like, oh my god, So I'm really excited to talk to the drummer of this. So I think they're like a young band, but one of the most exciting young bands in the UK at the moment. So my dear friends, please welcome on Ask the Drummer, Tom Webster of Déjà Vega.
Hello.
Hello, Tom.
How are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Very well.
Um, yeah. So, I mean, it's true what I've said earlier, my introduction, that everyone who's actually seen you live, they just come over and they'll tell their friends about you
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're just it's such an exciting band, So,
It's a bit full on, isn't it? It's just like a sonic assault, I suppose, isn't it?
and in fact, last no, not last Saturday, but 2 Saturdays ago, I was in London
Yeah.
and for a gig, and I met this wonderful lady, and she was manning the door and stuff, and she asked me the same question because we were talking about bands and people, like musicians that we've seen that we like and everything, and
Yeah.
she asked me like, "Oh, have you seen Deja Vega?" I'm from out of the
Wow.
blue.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who was that?
I think you know her. It's Pat Day Cobb.
Oh, yeah, yes, we know Pat, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I hope she's watching right now. Hello, Pat, if you're watching.
Hello.
But yeah, but it's absolutely amazing. I mean, it was all like just chatting about like Ian McNabb and the band
Yeah,
we did.
she loves Ian McNabb, doesn't she?
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's one band. I don't know if you've seen them, but do you know or have you seen Deja Vega? It was like, yes.
Brilliant.
I have. And then the drummer, Tom Webster, is going to be on Ask the Drummer in a couple of weeks' time. And it was so, so yeah, that is true. So, but anyways, you were a gig yesterday in Blackpool.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. So how was that? It must
It was
be
good.
tired. You must have been
A little bit, maybe had a couple too many beers, but yeah, it was good. Good crowd, to be honest. It was really good venue. We've not really played in Blackpool before, so that was interesting. But it's a bit rougher than I seem to remember it. I've not been there since I was a kid, I don't think.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, you always have a good crowd anyway. So
yeah,
your audience, they're really into the music.
yeah. Oh yeah, very energetic. Yeah, it's when was it we played in
Yeah.
Manchester the last time? Everyone was having a mosh pit in the crowd. It was great. That was
Was it
really good for
Yana?
us.
Was it Yana? Because the last time I saw you was at the Yana Fest in March.
Yes, it might be the one before that I'm on about, but yeah, Yana was the last one we played in Manchester, I think. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
back in March, wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah. That was amazing. That was just really, really good. And I think people were really looking forward to seeing you live.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
We had a few fresh faces at that one, people who we hadn't seen before, so that was good for us.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And I know because that's memorable to me because that's actually when I ask you about Ask the Drummer because I know I've contacted the band's Facebook
Yeah,
page and then said that yeah you're okay to do it and I was like
yeah.
that was the first opportunity that I had to ask you personally if you would do
Right,
it.
okay, yeah. I think I
Really,
wrote my
really
email
good.
address for you on the back of the set list tonight.
Yeah, that's right. But before I actually start with the interview proper, what I call interview proper, you're not on social media, which
No.
is I, I don't know why, but I just think it's very important for, especially for musicians, to have a social media presence. So why are you not on Facebook?
Uh, I don't know. To be honest, I just don't really do Facebook. Yeah, it's not something for me. I don't know. I do Instagram. I've got one of them. That's all right, I
Yeah.
suppose. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. I've never really properly used it, so I just got rid of it in the end. Yeah.
And you're not on, well, you are on Twitter, but the last time you retweeted something
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Not down with the youngsters anymore, am I? That's what it is.
But you do have a group page. The
Yeah.
Déjà
Yeah.
Vega
Yeah.
has got a group page. Do you actually look at it, or do you
Not on
go
the
on it?
Facebook one, but I keep up to date on like the Twitter and the Instagram ones. Yeah. That's kind of all I use them for, really, just to keep up to date with the band.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good. It's good to see what everyone's saying after the gigs. They don't really talk about me that much, though. So no, we talk about Jack going crazy on the stage.
No, it's always so like I think it's really important for for bands especially to sort of like have that thing that people
Yeah,
like fans can actually tell them how brilliant they are so
yeah,
or
yeah,
how you are and stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
As you say, it's good for like Instagram and that. So when we play a gig, obviously people video it, don't they? So you get to see it, bits of the gig from the night before. Like it's
Yeah.
see if you were any good or not.
Oh, you're always good. Always
Thank
good.
you.
Right. Before we start, I just want to say hello to Rob Jones. Rob is the drummer of the High Five in Liverpool, and also Wahid as well too. I don't know if you remember that, but it's like Pete Wiley's
No,
band.
no, I
Well,
don't.
yeah, but yeah, from the 80s and stuff. So
Right,
hello,
okay.
Rob. Yeah, thank you for joining us. So, welcome to Ask the Drummer. Episode 40 is all about you, Tom Webster.
This is your life.
This is your life. Yes. I've noticed that when you gave me your email address that your name is spelled Tomas, which
Yeah.
is without an H.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for me, I noticed it straight away because I know that it's also the Irish spelling. So I thought maybe you're from an Irish background.
No.
No.
I don't think there's any meaning behind it, to be honest. It's just that's what my parents chose at the time. Yeah, I don't actually know, but it's very unique, though, isn't it? It's I don't know anybody else who spells it that way, anyway.
But it's unique here in the UK. But if you go to the Philippines,
It's very common.
everyone who's called Tomas, that's how they spell it. It's like
Wow.
Tomas. So
No way, that's a small world.
yeah, you'll be okay in the Philippines. So is that how you pronounce it though? You just say Tomas or
Just Thomas. To be honest,
it's still Thomas.
yeah, nobody really. I only really get called Thomas if I've been naughty or something, But it's just Tom usually. Yeah. I think my nan calls me Thomas. Other than that, no one really does. I think my teachers called me in school, but yeah, usually if I've done something wrong.
And then you'll be called. I know.
Yeah, it's just Tom otherwise.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're like in the Philippines as well. They call you like your full name when you've done something wrong.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But, I want to say hello to another Tom. Tom. I can't really pronounce it. Probably, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name. But he said hello, and he said that all Toms are great. So
Hey.
yay! So hello, Tom. Right. So you're Déjà Vega is actually they're considered as a Manchester band, but you're not really from Manchester, are you?
No, we're from Winsford, which is about 40-minute drive from Manchester. We're sort of in between Manchester and Liverpool. I think we sort of get classed as a Manchester band. Manchester's kind of adopted us, really. That's where we play a lot of our gigs, and that's where we built up our crowd, because in Winsford it's only a small town, and there's not really many venues. There's a few opening up now, which should be good, but there was only really one place to play. So if you're going to do proper gigs and that, you want to go to Manchester. That's where you're going to head. So that's what we've been working on all these years. But it's paying
Yeah,
off, to be honest. Yeah, it's good.
I've been to Winsford once, and
Oh
also
right,
I've got to say that it's actually quite famous for Fords of Winsford that
that's
you hear.
that's actually where Jack works. That is.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh my god!
yeah,
Because you hear that. Well, when I used to listen to the radio quite a lot, you always hear that jingle, Fords of
yeah, yeah.
Winsford.
That's right. Yeah, yeah,
So that's
yeah.
where Jack
Jack
works.
works there. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god! Wow.
So we're famous for Fords of Winsford, and we've got the salt mines down here as well.
All right. And yeah, so I've been to Winsford once to a place called Debbie's. Is it
The
Debbie's?
Bees, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the venue that I was talking about before. That's where we used to play a lot.
Yeah.
Who did you watch
I
there?
went to see China Crisis,
Oh, was
and
that recently? Was it? Yeah,
it was I think it was 3 years ago or something.
yeah. I do seem to
The
remember that gig. To be honest, yeah,
yeah, the train set were supporting
that's
that.
right. They were. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With Adam
Yeah,
Halford, isn't it? He's a drummer from them, isn't
yeah,
he? Yeah.
yeah. So I went to see them, and I remember so like it was a long walk. The thing I remember about Winsford, it's a long walk from the train station to the venue.
Um.
And
Yeah, it's a long stretch of road, isn't it? Did you walk it? Did you?
yeah,
Oh wow.
and,
Yeah.
and I was really worried that I would miss the last train home. So I was running from
Up the hill.
yeah, because you know what, you know what I was like. So like when I go to a gig, I have to make sure that I hang around after for photos, and so like
Right.
asking
Okay.
fans to sign stuff. So and then notice the time, and I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna miss my last train. So that's the point. But anyways, Winford, what was it like when you were growing up? Like, you said that there was only one place. So was there no music scene there? Or...
There's always been quite a strong music scene in Winsford, to be honest, for years. But like I say, it was only that one venue, really.
Yeah.
Years ago, when we were sort of teenagers, you used to see a lot of bands playing in pubs, and there's plenty of pubs around here, but they don't really do it anymore. I seem to notice in pubs you don't get bands playing in pubs. I don't know whether it's because I don't know. Maybe the pub scene's not what it used to be, but all the time we'd be playing gigs because we've been sort of playing in bands since we were 12 or 13 years old, just doing covers and all that sort of stuff. So we used to do all the pub circuits,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was nearly every other weekend. To be honest, we'd be out gigging, but you just don't really see it anymore. So there was that one venue, and like I said, it was all my friends when I was growing up, and we still have friends today. We all of us are in our own bands, and we've always have been. So there's been plenty of plenty of bands knocking about. So we used to
Yeah.
be in the Bees was a Thursday night. It used to be that was the gig nights. I think they used to have like a jam night as well on Tuesday, so we'd all go down there when we were younger. But yeah, it was good fun. You don't really. I'm not sure they have the Thursday night gigs there anymore, to be honest. But I've not been down in a while. But yeah, it was good.
Oh, right. So was it always you when you said that you were in the band when you were 12, 13? Was it
Yeah,
always the other two with Mike
it
and
was with
Jack?
Mike. Jack wasn't in it. It was a different band, but I've been in a band with Mike. So as a rhythm section, we've been together for nearly 20 years. So
Oh my
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we used to play in the covers. It was a couple of other lads in it as well. We just do like 2 45-minute sets playing covers in the pubs. It was good
Yeah.
fun, to be honest. That's sort of where we learned to play our instruments, really. It was really, really good fun. I remember being kids, really, 12, 13, we'd be in the pubs playing it. Everyone was loving us, and they'd be like, got all these adults bladdered, they'd be dancing on the tables and asking us to buy us a pint and that at the end of the gig. It was great.
Oh, that's fantastic. And have you always played the drums, or did you play other instruments before? Oh,
I always played the drums. I can play a little bit of guitar, but I wouldn't get up in front of people and do it. But yeah, I've just always played the drums. Always. Ever since I can remember, really.
but what got you into drumming, though? Was there sort of like a particular moment where you said, "Oh, this is really what I wanted to do"? Or...
Um, I'm not very sure, to be honest. I don't know. I've always been attracted to it since I can remember. Like all my school reports were always like, he's a good lad, but you know, he needs to stop drumming on the tables. This is before he even got a drum kit. Yeah. But I remember my uncle used to play the drums. I remember going round to his house once, tapping on the floor. So he'd give me a set of drumsticks when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
instead of tapping with my fingers, I was tapping with the drumsticks. But yeah, ever since I can remember, really, I've always just wanted to play the drums. I don't really know what it is that attracted me to them, and I
Yeah.
took to it. And turns out I was all right at it. To be fair.
Well, so like most of the sort of like 80s bands, they always sort of like talk about Top of the Pops, and I don't know if it's the same with you. That was there any program at the time, or like TV show at the time, that when you were growing up, and then you see these bands on the telly, and then you say, "Oh my God, brilliant drummer! It's what I want to do." It's like, was there
I'm not,
anything like that at all?
I don't think there was much programs. I don't know. We had all the MTV channels and that sort of stuff. So it was more music videos, I think, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, well, I don't. The Top of the Pops figure. I have seen them. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think it was really sort of going in sort of my era.
Yeah. So there wasn't sort of like a band that you saw, and then inspired you to sort of like say, "Oh, the drummer was really good." And so there was.
To be honest, when I was younger, I used to listen to like sort of the pop punk stuff, so like Blink-182. So probably Travis Barker, really. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's such a great drummer. I mean, it'd be great to be able to play like him, but he's obviously put the time and the effort in to be that good. But yeah, we'd probably be him. We used to listen to all that sort of music, really. So, yeah.
And did you go for any drumming lessons, or did you just teach yourself?
There was a bit in school. We used to do a few lessons. I remember when we got a drum kit. I've got an older brother, and he could play a little bit of drums. He plays guitar, my brother. So he'd sort of just taught me how to play a normal rock beat, and then I just took it from there, really. And in school I think you got 20 minutes a week lesson from the drum teacher. But to be honest with you, he was quite good. The drum teacher was, but he played the drums more than you would on the lesson. Well, to be honest, I remember watching him. I was just dead mesmerised by watching him play it. So we could have sat there and watched him anyway. But yeah, I just kind of developed it myself. I mean, I think the fact of playing in the bands from an early age, that allowed me to obviously develop my skills, really. But it's strange one with drums, because I've got an electric drum kit at home, but I don't really tend to go on it. I don't really like playing the drums on my own. I like to be able to play with a band. So it's not very often that I would go and just sit on the drum kit and just do what I want to do by myself, because I want to be playing music with people.
Yeah, of course, yeah. That's so. So you were with Mike, doing all these sort of like covers and stuff.
Yeah.
When did Jack join you, and how did you form Déjà Vega?
Well, I didn't join the lads until I was about 18. So Mike was in the band with me, and a couple of years later, he formed the band with Jack. So they actually had a different drummer. So.
All right.
Yeah, they.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So this is when we were in school. So there was them, and the other drummer was. This gets a bit confusing now. So the drummer they had originally, right, was the lead singer in the cover band that I was in, but he was also the bass player in another band. So he was in 3 bands at the same time. And then, so I didn't join with Jack and Mike till I was about 18. So we were called Deadbeat Echoes at that point. So there was a 4-piece. There was 4 of us.
Yeah.
So, when I was 18, they basically, the drummer who they had at the time was with the bass player in the other band. They were doing good gigs, and he was taking priority over that to what these do. So they were just like, listen, we need someone who can commit a bit more time. So they asked me. We're all friends, like, we all keep in touch. We're friends from school. So that was when we were about 18. So I think we've only been going as Déjà Vega since I think it's 2014. I think we formed. So we had a couple of members. The guitarist, one had left to go to uni, so we replaced him, and then he decided he didn't want to do it anymore after a couple of years. So then we were like, well, it's us 3 with the committed members. let's
Yeah.
like change the name, write a new set, and go from there. So we just sort of started again and went as Déjà Vega and just sort of went a different direction. So it's good,
Yeah.
and it's worked out well. Don't get me wrong. We've had to slog it a bit, like, and
Yeah.
travel down to
Yeah.
London on a Wednesday night to play to 2 people, and then go back
But,
to work the next day. But that's all part of the fun, isn't it?
but when you change the name to Deja Vega, it's always been the same lineup, though. It's always been the three of you.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, but
you
like,
had a different name at the time. So, yeah.
yeah, it's just us three. Yeah, like I say, we had other members, but Deja Vega's just us three. I think we were a
Yeah.
bit unsure how it was going to work because we always had two guitarists, and it was always a really big wall of sound. Like the guitars, they're kind of fighting over each other. To be honest, I can imagine it would be a bit of a nightmare if you were the sound guy. Like, but yeah, because we were like, well, it's going to just sound a bit empty with the three of us. But it worked really, really well because we were never really, when we watched three-piece bands, we were never really into them. I don't know, it didn't really do. You just felt it wasn't full enough. But I think
Yeah.
with just three of us, me and Mike create a lot of space to be able to allow Jack to just do what he needs to do over the top of everything. So it works really well.
Because Jack is almost like four musicians in one.
Yeah,
Or maybe more.
his pedal board, I think he's got 20 pedals, I think, on his pedal board. And he kind of uses it as like a completely separate instrument, doesn't he? He's really good with it, yeah.
So, where did the name come from? And what does it mean?
I don't actually know, to be honest. I think it's something to do with Star Trek or something. I don't know. Yeah, we just didn't have a name at the time, and there was a few things got thrown about. Something about the Deja Star or something like that. I don't know. And then somebody said Deja Vega. I don't know where it come from. And we just thought, yeah, that sounds all right. We'll go with that one. But I think we just had a few gigs booked in, but we didn't have a name. So we just kind of settled on that. Because I think we were getting gigs booked in still from the Debbie Echoes sort of booking. So we just kind of, went for them.
Yeah. And of course, it's so like, it's got all those things. So it's not just Deja Vega, but it's
the accents and that. Yeah.
Which is really, really good because it's different. Like your name, it's different.
Exactly, yeah. I might start putting the accents in my name, to be honest, on the A or something.
Yeah. Tom said that Kitchens of Distinction were an awesome three-piece band. So, do you know Kitchens of Distinction? I think they're a Manchester band.
I don't know them. No.
Yeah, but yeah, they're a three-piece band as well, like you, like Deja Vega.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Kitchens of Distinction.
Yeah,
I'll have to check them out, yeah.
Yeah. Probably you're too young for all these sort of like bands.
Not as young as you think, to be honest.
So I was telling you earlier that you always saw like a big hit with everyone who's seen you. Everyone who's seen you, especially at Shine On. I mean, Shine On is unbelievable. I mean, I feel so bad that you've been going to Shine On every year.
Yeah.
I kept missing you.
Yeah, it's good. We like to Shine On, to be honest. It's good. It's we always get a great crowd, a great reception there, and it's they're all big stages as well, so it's really good for us, and it just rounds a year off great. To get to play on a big stage like that in front of hundreds of people, thousands. It's just amazing. Yeah, we love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, because Frank of Candy Opera played. They're from Liverpool, and they played at Shine On last year.
Yeah.
And Frank, actually, the bass player, they went to see you, Deja Vega. And
okay.
he was like sort of like, oh my god, this band. I mean, like most people who were there, like most people who went to see you. If you go to like Shine On fan page or Shine On Appreciation page on Facebook, especially after the event, you'll see Deja Vega all the time. It's like, can you list the top 5 bands this weekend?
Wow, and we could keep going up there. Nice one.
So, are you doing this year as well?
Possibly. I would imagine we probably are. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not yet. I don't even know if the lineup's come out yet. But I think we probably will be. We normally just get put on the poster, to be honest, now. Like residents.
I was so like saying, but this year, if you're Shine On, I'm definitely gonna go and see you.
Yeah, I think we probably will be there. We probably
Yeah,
will.
yeah. And you'll probably be doing two sets again, like last year. You did like two
Yeah,
sets.
I think most times we've done it. We've done two sets, but it's. I think so. We get our slot booked in, and then you only get bands dropping out or bands who can't do it. So like last minute. So because we know the promoter really well, we've known James since he was just putting gigs on in pubs in London. I think the first time we met him, it was probably 10 years ago or something. We drove down to London, played in a pub at midnight to about 3 people, and they kept telling us about this festival that he was going to put on. We don't actually really, not sure if we believed him or not. And then there he was, he put it on. It was like, we got into the arena, like, and it was all these big bands playing. We're like, wow, but he's done it, like. So we've known him for a long time. So we just like, yeah, there's another slot there if you want it. Like, yeah, go ahead, but go do it. But it's normally a bit better because if you play at like 1, 2 in the morning, everyone's a bit more leery and that then as well, aren't they? So they just go for it even more. It's great.
No, I love that festival. I think it's the best festival ever. And the best thing about it is, so like in the field out there, so like there's
Yeah,
mountain
you
things.
get a bed and a shower at the end of the day, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
always
have a
nice to
nice
have, isn't
sleep.
it?
Go back to your chalet and have a nice sleep after. So,
Yeah. Although to be honest, I don't think we've ever used a bed since we've been there, so I'm not sure if they're comfy or not.
oh, really? Always partying after.
Yeah, that's it. The rock and roll way, eh?
um, I have to sort of like say this because it's really funny. Because the first time I went to see Déjà Vega was in Stockport.
Yes,
Played at Dr. Feelgood in Stockport, and
that's right. Yeah,
that was that was last year.
yeah, just before
Um,
Christmas, I think, wasn't it?
yeah, that's right. I'm gonna say, I mean, this is really embarrassing, but because I've never seen you before, when I went to the venue, I saw a band, so like, they're setting up on stage, and I wasn't really sure who they were, but I thought, oh my god, this must be Deja Vega then. So I was all like, I don't normally do this thing because when I go to a gig, I just sort of like wait around and because I go on my own and I wait around, and if I don't see anyone that I know, I don't really talk to people.
Yeah.
So I just wait until the bands are actually on. But this particular this particular evening, I don't know why, but I saw someone just on his own, and he was looking at the band on the stage when they were setting up. So I thought, oh, he must be a fan. He must be a fan of Deja Vega, So like, and he's on his own as well. So I went up, I went up to him, and so like said, "Excuse me, are they Deja Vega, the band on the stage?" And you know who it was? It was Mike.
He
It
did come.
was.
Yeah, he did come over to me. Said you've got to come and meet Anne over here. She wants a picture with you.
It was Mike Newton. I asked, and I was like, no, and he said to me, no, I'm Deja Vega, and I was like, oh.
Brilliant.
It was just so embarrassing, and I just thought, I know I shouldn't really talk to people.
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's why I keep myself to myself.
Yeah. But it was just really, really embarrassing at the time. But yeah, he's so nice. He's really lovely.
Yeah.
He just thought it was funny that I'm asking him if there was days.
He never told me that, to be honest. But yeah, he did say you've got to come meet this crazy lady in here. She wants a picture with you. No.
But yeah, that was my first sort of like encounter with Deja Vega, and that Stockport gig.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And you had Leon the Pig Farmer as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did a thing with him, didn't we? We've done it a couple of times with him. He just sort of spoke a bit of his poem over the song. It was quite good actually. It worked really well, didn't it?
Yeah, that's incredible. Do you actually sort of like rehearse or with him or
no? To be honest, that song we played was just a sort of new idea we were working on at the time. So when we got there, he was doing a bit of reading in between the bands, I think, wasn't he? And he
Yeah.
said, "Do you want to get up?" Because we did it at the Salty Dog, I think, or we did it somewhere anyway. So he always asks us. Um, so he just said, "Do you want to go and do you want to do it? Like, do like a couple of minutes or something before you start your sets." We were like, "Yeah, all right, why not? Be a bit of fun." We didn't know if it was going to work. We think, oh, it could go a bit terribly wrong, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we just sort of like, right, we'll just do that new idea because it was like nobody had ever heard it before. It's like see what it sounds like through a big speaker as well, outside the
Yeah.
practice room. So yeah, it was good fun.
It was absolutely amazing. I was so like thinking, wow, this is so good. I mean, you're playing and him so like doing this spoken word. It's almost like part of your set. It's almost
Yeah.
like it was, Leon the Pig Farmer. I must say, he's really, really amazing. He's
Yeah, it's
so
cool.
good. Yeah, yeah, and that's another sort of like artist that people need to go and see. It's
Yeah, is it the Dirt he does? Is it now
yeah,
with his girl, with his wife? I think now, isn't it?
wife, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've never actually seen them. I don't think. Does
I'm
she play
not.
guitar? Does she?
Yeah, yeah. I've not seen the Dirt, but I have seen sort of like Lee in the Big Farmer quite a few times, and
Yeah,
it just sort of like amazes me how he can actually sort of like come up with all these things that he
yeah,
does. And even though you haven't rehearsed, because he does it with other bands as well.
yeah, yeah. I've
So
seen him do it with a few other bands. And funny enough,
yeah.
we first met him at Shine On actually.
All right.
Yeah, and he used to go quite a lot. I don't know if he still does, like, but yeah,
Yeah.
we were watching some bands somewhere, and we just got speaking to him, and then he was like, "Are you Déjà Vega, right?" You were like, "Yeah." So we just started having a few beers and that with him. We've sort of been friends
Yeah.
with him ever since, really.
Yeah, because I think I remember he did Shine On with Time for Action with Demo. Oh, is it called?
Oh
What is
right,
it? Yeah,
I think it is Time for Action or something, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah, Time for Action. So like
yeah,
Demo. So Tom said that Deja Vega's CD album is bro, and the single Chasing is
oh
awesome.
yeah, yeah, nice one.
Yeah, I gotta say, do you like when I saw you in Stockport? You don't do merch, do you?
We do, we
There's
have got it.
no.
Yeah, we well, it depends where we're playing. Sometimes it's not worth taking all the merch out of the room. It's just more stuff to carry, and it's what we can fit in the car as well. Sometimes because obviously we're just doing it out of driving about in Jack's Ford Focus, So it's a bit tight on space sometimes. But we took merch last night. But we do have some. We got T-shirts and that, and we got the vinyls. But we do sell a lot of it online. But if we're doing
Yeah,
our own tours and that sort of stuff, then obviously we've got a van and we take it all with us. Um, but we do seem to sell quite a lot of T-shirts. To be honest, it's great.
yeah,
When
yeah.
we've been gigging, you see everyone in your T-shirt. It's great. Like when we played Shine On last time, like the amount of like Deja Vega T-shirts we've seen just walking about was great. It was really humbling. Like it's that cool.
Yeah. And you're also like it's all DIY, isn't it? It's all just the three of you. You don't have like a marketing sort like people
No,
help you out or
no, it's us three and our manager. And we don't. There's no label backing us. There's no marketing, no nothing. We just do it ourselves, and I don't know. Yeah, it's worked for us. I think we were kind of waiting to get signed for years and years, and and then we were just like, well, why are we waiting for that? Let's just do it ourselves. And if no one buys the records, it's like we just make them, put them out there, even for us, for our own record collections.
yeah, yeah.
But it's worked out well. We sold loads of them. Like we've got the 7 inches. A lot of them have sold out now, and it's just great. Yeah, it's worked really well for us. So we're waiting on the second album to be getting pressed now. We've had the test pressings. We've sent them back, so we should be getting them anytime soon.
All right. And you'll have them so like when you do your gigs, you'll have them in the merch stores.
Yeah, we'll have them on the merch stores, and
online.
It should be online as well. I think you can actually already pre-order it. To be honest, pretty sure there's a pre-order link somewhere. Yeah, but it'd be good to have.
Yeah, it's always so like whenever I go to a gig, I'll look at the merch store and so like see if I can find something there because
Yeah.
I like buying from the merch stand because I can wait for the band to sort of like sign whatever it is.
Yeah, that's that's the whole point of doing it, really, I suppose, isn't it? To stand behind the desk and speak to everyone because they want to speak to you, don't they? You know, so
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Usually want to speak to Jack and Mike, to be honest, not me.
Oh.
No, it's a,
No, it's another thing I've thought like I'm gonna say because you're always very friendly towards your fans, and
yeah.
always have the time to sort of like speak to them after the gig. So yeah, that's
Yeah. Well,
good.
it's just a nice thing to do. We're just three normal lads, really, and yeah, why not go and speak to people, have a beer with them? It's that's how you meet people as well, isn't it? You know, so
Yeah,
it's good. I don't really get why bands wouldn't do that. It's just nice, isn't it? You just be humble about it all. People give you praise, and they've made the effort to come to the show, like so. You make the effort to talk to them for a bit, couldn't you? You know.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. But on the other hand, of course, it's sort of like you've given your a great performance. You're given a brilliant show, and you do get tired. I mean, sometimes I think fans should also realize that, um, whenever the band come out and talk to fans, that's just a bonus.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It's a bonus. It's not really something that you don't have to do it. Just go there for the show. I mean, it's like so amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it depends, doesn't it?
but, but again, it's always nice, when the bands come out and they actually sort of like talk to fans. But has there ever been sort of like have you ever experienced like from a fan that was just really crazy? You thought, oh my god, why are we doing this or anything? Have you ever experienced anything like that? Or fans generally are just nice people as
Just
well?
generally just nice, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think now. Don't get me wrong. We've met some characters but yeah, I don't think we've ever met any crazy ones. Not yet, anyway.
Not
Um,
yet.
yeah, we had some fans. We've got a couple of fans from Utah, in Salt Lake City, over in America.
Yeah,
When we
yeah.
when we did the tour, they flew over and followed us for like 5 dates up and down the country. But they're really nice. They come over quite a lot, to be honest, to watch us. Really nice people.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
fantastic. Well, I want to say hello to Roland Jones. Hello, Scrub. Do you know Roland? Oh, Scrub, as he's known. He said that loved playing with Tom and the boys at Brunel Social Club. Top night. He's in Ginnell.
Oh yes, yeah. I remember now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Right.
So
Okay. Yeah. Good band. They were
yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, he's brilliant. He's brilliant, Scrub. I really like their band as well. So he said, please pass on my regards. So yeah,
I
well,
do.
yeah, that was good. So talking about, when you said that you're just normal lads and stuff. So, I've asked you this earlier, but before we went on live, you also have a job.
Yeah.
All three of you, like Jack works at Fords of Winsford,
Yeah.
but you also have sort of like when you're not drumming, you're doing something.
Yeah. You got to pay the bills, haven't you?
so can you tell us more about what it is that you do when you haven't got gigs to go to?
Just traveling the country, landscaping. Really, that's what I do. It's nothing exciting. I work for an artificial grass company. It's hard work. Like, don't get me wrong, it's tiring, but it pays the bills. And much rather be traveling up and down the country in the back of a van with a band. But unfortunately, it's not paying us that kind of money just yet. So keep on going, eh?
Yeah. So not just that. And your colleagues, are they how do they sort of like see you being the drummer of Déjà Vega? Are they like, oh my god, can I have a photograph?
To be honest with you, a lot of them, they're not really music fans. So it's just kind of just an ordinary person to them, which is good. But like I said, it's different. Work with lads up and down the country. Some of them are interested, some of them aren't. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they see it like, oh my god, your band's great. I don't think they even could name any of the songs, to be honest. They probably never listened to us.
And some of them have they seen you live? Have they seen you play the drums? And
A couple of them, yeah. But not just some of the others haven't. No,
no?
they always say they'll come to a gig, but they never turn up. because they want free
Oh,
tickets and that, don't they? That's what they want. You don't want to pay to go and see you.
I'd be like, if that was me, I was saying this to you earlier. If I was so like working in a place where one of my colleagues is like a band member, especially so like someone that I love going to see live, I'd be like, every time I see him, oh, can I have a photograph, please? He just signed this for me. But I suppose yeah, for some people, they're not really so like that much of a fan. So
No, like I say, I think the lads I work, they're not really into music, so it's just an ordinary guy to them. You know what I mean? Just one of the work colleagues.
yeah, but do you get recognized in Winsford though? Like especially when you're with Jack and
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we know everyone in Winsford anyway, so it's one of them, isn't it? It's not really. I don't know. When you get recognised, if we go to gigs in Manchester and that sort of stuff, people come over and go, "Oh, Déjà Vega, great, nice one, love the show the other week or whatever."
yeah.
But yeah, we're just normal people. We play in a band for fun, I think.
Well, I think when you play the drums, I think it's really powerful. I mean, I was telling you earlier that I'm not technically into. I don't know any technical drumming terms and stuff. But anyways,
Me neither.
yeah. Whenever so like I see you, it's always so like strong and powerful. But then I look at your face and you make it so like seem so easy. It's
Oh,
almost like
really?
yeah,
Yeah.
you're just so like enjoying it and smiling. It's not even
Yeah.
so like
We do.
there's no yeah. Go on.
We do love it. We love playing. Every time I see a picture of me, it's normally like my veins are popping out and that. I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, I don't know. I think you've got to just hit them hard, haven't you? I think it comes from the studio we go into when we get the drums down. The engineers was like, no, you can hit them harder than that. You just constantly have to keep doing it, just battering them. So I just try and hit it as hard as I can now. Yeah.
But it's for me. Whenever I look at your face, it's like you make it look so like easy to do, even though the sound that's coming from your drums playing.
Right.
You
Yeah.
make it look like that looks so easy.
I don't know. I guess it just comes sort of naturally to me now. How long have I been playing drums for? Probably 20 years or more. So it's like I don't know. It just kind of just know what you're doing, don't you? I suppose.
Yeah.
Not sticking your tongue out too much, like.
But so, do you think being a drummer is it sort of like a natural gift? Is it just a gift, or can you actually sort of like
I think
learn how to
I
do
think there's
it?
an element of naturally gifted for it, I guess. Yeah, it's because it's a feel thing, isn't it? I think so. Some people just don't have any rhythm, do they?
Yeah.
You always hear people clapping on the offbeats and that, and they're trying their hardest not to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. I think for me, there's nothing special about me that other people could be at that kind of level. You know what I mean? It's yeah, but I definitely think there's an element of natural rhythm, timing, and that sort of stuff, which I guess I've got. I guess I've always had it. So yeah, it's helped me along the way.
Yeah, because I always think that you've got to be born with it. There's like I mean, maybe because of like I tried learning it myself and I couldn't.
Ah, right, okay, yeah. But it's like guitar, though. I couldn't pick up a guitar and play that to a decent level. It's too hard. My fingers don't move that fast. But I guess my arms move a bit faster.
But talk about sort of like when you were playing. Have you ever had sort of like what I call a drumming disaster? That maybe you hit something too hard, or maybe you hurt yourself, or something
Yeah,
like. Have you ever
quite a
had
few,
it?
to be honest. I always seem to hit myself in the head with my drumsticks. That hurts. But no, we did a tour with the Charlatans back in 2012. And we were playing in Edinburgh. I think it was Edinburgh Picture House or something. Massive venue. It was about 2,000 to 3,000 people there. And anyway, we were only 3 songs into the set. and I put the skin through on my bass drum. And I didn't know what I was going to do. John Brooks, the drummer, was at the side. He was watching us, so I sort of
Yeah.
pointed at it, and he just like, give me a minute. He ran off. I don't know what he was going to do, but he was like, just turn your bass drum round. So it was only for a couple of minutes or whatever. It felt like it was there for about half an hour trying to sort it out. We just kind of turned the bass drum round and cracked on again.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a bit embarrassing. Like,
But it's never happened again.
That's the first and only time I've ever put the bass drum skin through. I've put skins through before, snare skins or whatever, but yeah, the bass drum skin was the new one for me. I'm not really sure what went wrong there. I played a gig. I played one once somewhere. It was only in a local pub, but I actually I snapped the pedal. I only had it was a cheap kick pedal. I snapped the actual metal platform, the foot plate, snapped it in half. I don't know how. So I managed to get a quick fix. So I'd snap one of my drumsticks in half, put it underneath the plate, and just taped it all together. And it managed to last the gig. Like anyway, I think it lasted a few more gigs that as well. That was when I was like a teenager. That.
You don't twirl, do you?
No, I can't really do it, to be honest. I give it a go, but I normally just like drop my stick. It's just play the drums is better option for me.
Yeah,
no showboating.
No, and you don't throw your stick and pick it up again.
No, I'd never catch it. I'd end up throwing it into the audience or something. Got a bad aim.
Yeah. No, I do love drummers when they do the twirl and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's incredible when they do that.
Chris Sharrock's really, really good at doing that sort of stuff, isn't he? And he throws him up in the air, dead eye, don't he? And catches him, boom, and ends the song. It's ace. Yeah, I do love that.
Yeah.
But I can't do it.
Recently, I saw A Flock of Seagulls.
Oh, right.
It's another 80s band, so you probably saw like.
Yeah, I know of them. I couldn't name you any songs, to be fair. But
anyways, I went to Leeds to see A Flock of Seagulls, and the drummer, he was so amazing. It was like twirling every second. It was like and then all throughout the set, he was doing that. So like twirling, hitting drums, and then throwing the stick and then saving it. There was only that one time that he missed. And
oh, really?
That he didn't catch the stick.
Yeah.
But then, magically from out of nowhere, he's got another one.
Yeah, he got one ready to go. Yeah.
I just thought, wow, that's just really, really amazing when you see that. Because whenever I go to a gig, it's like I always make sure that I position myself where I could see the drummer quite well.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Because I just think they're so amazing to watch.
Right.
Of course, I'm seeing the singer and the guitarist, the whole band, but it's the drummer. So like when they play, especially when they click their sticks.
Yeah. Right. Okay, I'm with you. I like watching the bass players, me. To be honest, I don't know why. I'm a bit of a sucker for the bass line.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So that's actually when do you go to a lot of gigs?
I don't at the minute, to be fair. It's a bit hard with the working away. But I used to go to loads. We used to go all the time. Yeah, not really recently. I don't sort of get to that many. Getting a bit older now, though.
But whenever you go to a gig, so you actually you watch the bass player, you don't watch the drummer.
I do watch the drummer, yeah, but it's getting yourself into position. Sometimes you can't really see the drummer, can you? It's hard unless you get right near the front. I don't really like being at the front of a crowd
because you're quite tall as well.
Yeah.
Being short,
you just fit in.
I've got to be at the front because otherwise I won't.
Yeah, we normally sort of stand near the sound desk or something. I don't know. It's a bit claustrophobic for me at the front. I don't really like it, especially if everyone starts going a bit mad as well. Not for me, that.
Yeah, but do you ever watch the drummer and then get tips, or do you just
Yeah, we do. I mean, watch them and see what you can sort of take from it, don't you? I guess, but yeah, I think so. We watch. I don't know. Yeah, just watch the drummer. I do watch the drummers. Yeah.
Do you have any drumming heroes?
Yeah, I reckon my favourite drummer's probably got to be Chris Sharrock, I think. I
He's
do love
amazing.
Chris. He's really good. Yeah, everything he's ever done is great, isn't it? All the bands he's worked with. There's probably John Brooks from the Charlatan is a really good drummer. And probably Matt Elders from the Arctic Monkeys, to be honest. He's really cool. And his setup's really simple, isn't it, as well? But he just kills it every time. But the energy of him and the drums is really good. Really good.
Have you ever met Chris Sharrock?
No,
Yeah.
never. Have
I've
you?
never no, I've
No.
never met him either. I would love to. And
Yeah.
one day I'm gonna go to the Cavern
Yeah.
Club.
Is he
'Cause
playing
I
the
know,
Cavern Club Beatles, is he?
yeah, he's
Right.
like he puts on a wig apparently, and so like
Oh, does
a
he?
a fake Ringo nose. But
Wow.
yeah, yeah. One day I'm gonna go there on a Friday night because I think he does Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh,
So,
does he?
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
because he's
So
strumming for Noel at the minute, I think, isn't he?
yeah, he does that as well. But I think he loves being so like the Cavern
Yeah, I've
Beatles.
heard he's a really big Beatles fan, to be fair. I've heard he always knocks about sort of around the Matthew Street area and the shop at the end of the road. Apparently it's one of his
Yeah,
favourite shops, like, so. Never seen him in there, though.
I couldn't believe it at first when they told me about it, but because I thought he's too famous. I mean, people would just all like go there and see him, and
Mm.
but when I found out that it's actually true,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should really do that one day. But hopefully, I'll get to meet him because he's also one of my most favorite drummers as well.
Yeah,
Chris
he's
Sharp.
great, isn't he? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll have to check out the Cavern Club Beatles.
yeah. Every
And if
Friday and Saturday. So
right, okay. To be honest, I only found that out. I was watching the podcast here of Phil Murphy, and he mentioned it to you, I think, didn't he?
yeah, and Jim Sharrock was on the
Yeah.
show as well because it was actually Jim who confirmed it. That
Oh, right, okay.
because Jim Sharrock is
It's his nephew, I think,
Chris's
is it?
nephew. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a family of drummers. This is
Yeah,
all
well,
like,
I think Chris's son, Jay, plays the drums as well, wasn't he? Was he in the
that's
Sam
true.
band or something?
Yeah. So yeah, it would be nice to like have all of them. So
Yeah,
like,
all in one session, like.
all of us. But Tom said that he highly recommends the singles "Spitting Gas"
Oh, yeah.
and "Mr. Powder." So Tom obviously is a big fan of Déjà Vega because he knows all these things. So thank you for that, Tom. Um, do you have any advice to like? Because how long have you've been playing since you were 12? So that must be so like.
Probably a bit longer than that, to be honest, but yeah. I don't know. Just if you're into it, just go for it. Keep playing, really, don't you? I mean, we got a drum kit when I was probably about 10 years old, I think. It took a bit of persuading my parents to get me one. But there was a couple of drummers who lived on the same street, so there was one like next door but one and one round the corner. And I think between the three of us, we were all forever getting noise complaints from the council. But to be honest, I think the rules for me were like I was allowed to play for like an hour a day before 7 o'clock or something daft like that. So yeah, just keep playing on my own, and then obviously all my mates were in bands and that as well, instruments. So we'd all just get together in someone's garage and we'd play along, together. And yeah, just that's all we did when we were younger, really. So either out on your BMX, kicking a football about, or in someone's garage playing music.
Yeah, it's really so like fascinating that you said it's a small town. Well, it is sort of like compared to Manchester and Liverpool.
Yeah.
You went to a small town, but then you're also saying that quite a lot of people are in a band or they have their own bands and stuff. So
yeah, there's a very rich music scene around here, to be honest. I mean, especially the people I knock about with is all my friends are musicians. That's kind of why we're all friends, to be honest. And like I say, everyone's got their own different bands going on. So there's a lot going on. I think there always has been since I can remember. Like all the people we sort of looked up to from the area, they were all in bands, and they're still sort of knocking about now doing stuff. So it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I looked at Winsford and looked at the notable people from Winsford,
yeah,
I didn't actually recognize anyone.
It,
Apart from there's I think he's a comedian or something. I forgot
John
his name.
Bishop, is it?
Yeah, John.
Yeah,
John.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I,
It was the only one that I recognized the name, and the others is like, how come Deja Vega are not listed?
I don't even know who the notable people are from here. I didn't even know there was anybody. I knew John Bishop was not from around here as a kid. I think he grew up here, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I don't think there's many other notable people come from here.
Well, hopefully, whoever saw like doing the Wikipedia page for Winsford, they'll so like update it and put your
Yeah, put
name.
Déjà Vega on.
Put Deja Vega on now. so, so what's your next gig then? Where is it going to be?
We're playing. We have got one in a couple of weeks. I don't know where it's at.
Oh, we should have so like checked the Facebook page because I normally so like do it and I know about all
Yeah.
the things.
I don't know where it is. We have got one coming up. It's in 2 weeks, and I really don't know where it is. We've got a couple of festivals next month, I think, as well. So we're playing that Signals Festival in Derbyshire, mid-June or the start of June, which is quite good. We've got the Cribs on there. Charlatans are playing it. Should be a good day, that. And then we have got a few. I think we're in Leeds. And then we've got the Manchester Psych Festival. That'll be really, really, really cool.
Well, Jenny Stevenson, hello Jenny. She just said that next one for her will be the Psych Fest.
Oh right,
so
okay.
It's going to see because Jenny was there at the Yana Fest as well.
Okay.
Jenny Stevenson.
Hello.
Yeah. So I've mentioned earlier that because I'm originally from the Philippines, that some of the viewers that we have, or some of our friends from us from the Philippines, and and I'm not sure whether Deja Vega has actually sort of like reached us yet. But do you have a message for all like the Filipinos watching Ask the Drummer at the moment?
Don't know. Hello, spread the word. Yeah, let's get Deja Vega big in the Philippines.
Can you do a gig in Manila or something?
Yeah, we'd love that. We'd love it. That'd be great. I've never been, so yeah, make a holiday out of it. Eh?
Yeah, that's right. And so, like, have your name there as Tomas as well, which is really so like, Jenny also said that she only bought tickets when she saw that Deja Vega is going to be on.
Oh wow, nice one. That's good to know. Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be ace. It's going to be a really good day. Yeah. I just can't wait for the whole day. The lineup's really cool. The choral, it should be great.
Yeah,
and we're playing. It's going to be good. Yeah, I think it's going to be one not to miss, to be honest.
And have you already booked your time off work for that?
Well, I think it's a Saturday, I think, isn't it? So it should be all right. Yeah, don't work Saturdays.
Tom also said, "Come to Lancaster."
Come to Lancaster, yeah. We'll got to sort of gig out there. I don't know any venues around there, to be honest. Get us some contacts and we'll come over.
Because you're really, one of the most hardest working young bands in the UK. Deja Vega is like, when you people watching this, you've got to go on their page, because Facebook page, because that's where you'll find all the gigs that you're could be having this year, and so
yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say to our friends before I let you go? Because I know I said it's only going to be for an hour. So
I'm all right. Thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks for having us. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for the continued support. Great.
Yeah, and thank you to Mike, and I think is it Jack who runs the Facebook page, or is it Mike?
Jack sort of does bits of it, and our manager does bits of it, I think.
Yeah.
I
wanted to say thank you to Jack for actually getting me in touch with you. I didn't know at the time. I was looking you up on Facebook. I said, "There's no Tom Webster here." So
yeah, no, I stay away from that.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Tom. And before I let you go, Tom also said top man, top band. So
Thank you very much.
yeah, absolutely top. So thank you so much once again. And I hope you all like enjoyed your time on After.
I'm
And
sure I will do.
yeah, and I'll see you in the band again someday soon.
Most
So
definitely, yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
And
So
you too.
yeah, take care.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you very much to all of you joined us live and for your so like messages for Tom. That's really amazing. I mean, I really love Deja Vega. They're so cool. It's such a brilliant band. But anyways, right. So do keep an eye out for next week's guest announcement post. I will do it sometime tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your week. I don't know what I'm saying now, but enjoy the rest of your weekend. Once again, love music, love life, and always love drummers like Tom Webster. He's absolutely amazing and he's gorgeous. He's such a brilliant person. So thank you very much, and hope to see you all next week. Bye. Bye.